called a Joey. And it's a little stand tripod, and I never use it. I don't know why I don't. It's really good, but I probably know why I don't use it, because every time I use it, I turn off. It goes, or I've got an iPhone, and it goes on the buttons. So every time I put it on there, it kind of goes, it tries to cancel on like an emergency phone call. So anyway, I wasn't supposed to go on live. But anyway, I mean, I was, but I was just testing this out first. So you just caught me early and I have connected. So anyway, this morning I'm going to do something a little bit different to walking on the beach. I'm probably going to do that later on. So I am training at the moment for a 30-kilometre walk on sand for mental health. And I've been taking you on the ride. So I started about 2 weeks ago. I know it's late to train when my walk's like next Friday, but that's okay. I've got a good baseline walking, but I don't normally do 30 Ks in one day. Okay, that's a lot for anyone. So yes. So anyway, but I thought I'd do something different. I did this last Friday, was cooking with Dora, cooking chocos. Now, let me just find one I prepared earlier while I'm up here. That is a choco. Let me show you where it comes from. Because it doesn't come from me. It comes from a plant. Whoops. Let me just take my little slippers off while I go downstairs. So anyway, by the way, I'm Dora. And yeah, I've got a bit of a... My channel's about getting to 80 countries. But, you know, I can't always be travelling, you know. You've got to be at home, and sharing is caring. I'm all about, you know, life at home. Now I need to get something to collect the chocos, and I can show you what I'm talking about. Whoops. This is a choco vine. Now, I have a suburban backyard in Redcliffe, yeah, in Queensland. Now, we are doing mass renovations here, so that's why there's lots of stuff everywhere, okay? So it's mess. This is normally closed off because the chickens can't get in here. We've got some chickens running around. I don't know where you might find them somewhere here. I can hear them. But that's a choco vine. That's the vine. And that's a choco. That's a choco. That's a choco. That's a choco. Everywhere's a choco. And what's really bad is the choco vine goes nuts. And this is on a lemon mayer. So you've actually got to pull this off. Now, last week, I was supposed to do this last week when I found this, and I haven't done it. So bad me. Bad choco mum I am. But the vines go nuts. So you've really got to control them. Otherwise, they go nuts. So anyway, let's pull that off. Whoops. And you've got to be careful you don't donk your head with them too. Because, like, for example, I'll show you. If you're walking, donk your head. So I have done this before, and I haven't learnt my lesson. Because, you know, they're camouflage, man. Look, you know, boing, boing, boing. So anyway, let's pull these off. Oh, hello. These are big Berthas. So Chicken Explorers, if you're online, because sometimes you jump on my lives, you've got roosters and they're pretty cool. And I was telling you about these, I can't remember these guys' names, as in like what kind of brand chicken they are, other than KFC brand. They're big Berthas. They give us big eggs. It's winter at the moment here in Australia, so chickens are not happy about laying eggs. It's cold. Anyway, back to choco vine. Okay, let me show you how they grow. They grow very easily. So they just grow from the ground. Now, let me show you something. Let me just not get spiked in the head by this lemon mayer, because they've got big spikes. Oh. Okay. Got to pick up chocos that drop on the ground because they end up growing. So I'm trying to find one that's growing already. They grow, basically they start growing out of here. And then they'll just grow. And then they attach onto a vine or, you know, something, a trellis, and then just start growing up. So you should pick them up and, whoops, otherwise you will have chocos everywhere. Oh. Whoa. So yeah, they grow nuts, literally grow nuts. And you have to pull the chocos off. I didn't do this last week, I should have done this. Let's just drop them there. Because if there's too many chocos growing, all the nutrients are going to the chocos, not new chocos. So guess what? There's no new chocos this week. And new chocos are so yummy. You can still eat these ones. We're just dropping them down at the moment. Okay, here we go. Just be careful not to roll your ankle on those, because, you know, that wouldn't be nice. Oh, there was one just up here somewhere, wasn't there? Oh, yeah, here. Peekaboo. Oh, peekaboo. Oh, there you go. So, there's a permaculture technique where basically, well, one of the permaculture techniques is to grow some for yourself, grow some for your for your friends and family, your neighbours, and then put them back into the earth. So, like for example, you can dig these into the ground, like chop them up and chuck them back in the ground, or give them to the chickens and then they shit the stuff out, and that's good for the earth too. So there's many things. Anyway, what we're doing today is we're going to try to cook something with a choco. It's not hard. I love chocos. So last Friday, I did a live where I made scrambled eggs with chocos. And pretty much everything from my yard. Eggs from the chickens, sage from the sage plant, naturally. I had baby spinaches, and chilies from the garden. So anyway, today we're going to try to do something similar. So let's pick a nice one that we're going to cook. Yep, that one's going to be nice for cook. So let's get that boiling. Let's pick these guys up too. Whoop, whoop. Got so many. And they're so easy to grow. We don't even water them. All right, you just stay there while I carry you guys in. Oh, one just donks me on the head, literally. Okay, which is the one that I was going to cook? This one. Okay, that's what I'm going to cook. And we're just going to check if we have any eggs. Let me just show you Blackie. Poor little Blackie. Blackie, unfortunately, is not free-ranging like these other chickens. There's an orange chicken. There's another one behind there somewhere, grey. But this is Blackie. She's beautiful. Hey, Blackie. Unfortunately, she's blind. And there's a packing order with chickens. And unfortunately, they jumped on her. It's very sad. Hey, darling. Is there any eggs from you? Is there any eggs in there? Can you see? I can't see. There's just lots of poop. That's where she sleeps. Hey, darling. At least she's protected. She feels safe. Okay, let's close her up. Anyway, let's see if there's any eggs. Oh, man. Any eggs over there? I can't even see. No, there's no eggs there either. Man. Winter. In winter, we don't want to get out of bed either. And chickens obviously don't want to lay any eggs. So anyway, let's take this up. We have some eggs prepared earlier. Not been eating a lot of eggs lately because we don't have a huge lot of eggs, right? So normally I'll have 2 boiled eggs for breakfast and my partner will have 2 boiled eggs. We might cook something up for dinner with eggs on top, like fried eggs or something. So we've really been missing the eggs. But in summertime, we'll have lots of eggs. It's Mother Nature, hey? So what are we going to do with this little sucker? What do? This is a choco. In South America, they call them chaycotes. Hey, Katie, how you going? So this is not my normal live. My normal live is on the beach, walking. I live about 5 minutes away from the beach, and I'm training for a 30K walk. But once a week, I'm trying to educate people on chocos. Do you know chaycotes? Well, we call them chocos in Australia. I think in England they call them chocos. But in South America and Central America, Mexico, Latin America, they call them chaycotes. like a zucchini kind of thing. Anyway, let me show you what I'm going to do with it. Last week I did a live where, let me just have some water. Talked a lot, so I need to. You never heard of them? Did you? Were you online? Well, were you on when I showed you the tree? Anyway, let me show you what we do. With this guy, we're going to cut the skin off. If they were a little bit smaller, there was no small ones, unfortunately, this week. I could have just boiled that up. But we're going to cut the skin off first, and then we're going to boil it. So let me just set the camera up, because there we go. Oops. Whoa, that's not working either. There we go. I don't know if you can see, but I think you know. Oops. You just chop the skin off, basically. Whoa. Okay. Actually, while we're talking, I'm just going to boil some water because we need to boil it. Whoa. Okay. Water boiling. Let's just chop some of the skin off. Like, the skin's going to be really tough, obviously, because when they get a little bit more mature, the skin gets tougher. But when they're baby chocos, you can eat the skin. It's lovely. Lots of nutrients come out of the skin too. So chocos have a lot of vitamin C in them. Not lots, but they do have vitamin C. So, you know, they're a healthy little vegetable, and they grow like for free on our backyard. Like, literally, they grow so easily. Don't have to do much with them. Basically, just have to pull them off different vines. As you saw, it's on the vine just caught onto my lemons. So I need to pull that off, otherwise we will have no lemons. So I'm just going to cut them up into little bits. I don't know if you can even see that. So I'm just cutting them up into like slices, slithers, so they kind of boil a little bit faster. So what we're going to have for breakfast is we're going to have a poached eggs from my chickens in the backyard. So this is all cooked in suburbia, right? I live in Redcliffe, which is 30 minutes from Brisbane City in Queensland, Australia. And I live in the suburbs, so literally there's like probably about 30, maybe even 40,000 people that live in my town now. So we're going to put them back into the earth. So that's a permaculture kind of thing, is to eat some, give some to your neighbours, and to put some back into the earth. So that's what we got. We just got slices. Hey, Matt, how you going? Well, Katie, if you're still there, this is Matt Launton that introduced me to your channel. So the water hasn't boiled yet, but, you know, I'm impatient. So we just literally chuck them in there. Now, I know there's no chemicals on these guys because we've grown them ourselves, right? So chemically free. Oops, I probably need to turn that up, hey? There we go. That might go a bit faster. So I'm all about trying to eat, you know, chemically free. Like a lot of our fruit and veg that we buy from the supermarket, they have to, you know, they have to put chemicals and, like, you know, sprays on them, pesticides, because, you know, bugs and making them look pretty, all those kind of things, okay? And I'm not saying that I don't eat them like that, because sometimes you can't not eat it like that. But if I'm growing them in my backyard, I've got a choice. I don't actually have to spray them. I just let them grow. Like, for example, at the moment I'm growing some bok choy and bugs are getting on them. So basically I just made a concoction of chili and garlic, and then you got to wash them every couple of days with it. It's a lot of work, and I'll just let them just go, because sometimes it's just too hard. Let the bugs eat something and then I'll leave the other stuff alone. So, like, you know, sometimes you can't stop bugs, and I understand that if you're growing bok choy professionally to grow to the, you know, the supermarkets, then of course you're probably going to have to, spray them with chemicals to stop the bugs eating them, so that it stops your, eating your livelihood. But we're eating that, we're digesting that stuff, and God knows what that's going to do to us. So anyway, that's just my ethos about, how I grow things at home. Like I said, I live in a small suburban block, literally 500 square meters. So literally it's a house with just some land around it, literally. So anyway, we've got that boiling, literally. Let me just see if we actually have some eggs. You know how I said that the chickens are laying because it's winter time? True fact that chickens, they just don't lay in winter. We've got 4 eggs left. Oh my God. So I'm like really I used to have 2 boiled eggs a morning. So I'm just gonna have 1 poached egg. This is my recipe this morning. And look, I'm no cook, okay? I'm an eater. Diego, my partner, is a cooker. I know it's like a mixed role in my house, like equal opportunity kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not a very good cook. So this is kind of funny that I'm doing like a cooking segment because I can't cook. So the recipe today is we're boiling some chocos, which I just pulled off my vine. We're gonna have a poached egg from my chickens out the backyard. I'm gonna put it on toast. But while the choco is boiling, because it's still not boiling, I'm gonna take you back down to the choco vine, because while that's boiling, we can be pulling off the vines that are on our lemon tree, because the lemon tree will get suffocated by the choco vine if you let them do that. They will suffocate anything. It's because they're trying to get to the sunlight. And again, I'm no gardening guru, okay? So these are ones I've just pulled off the vine. These are huge. You can do really cool things with chocos, okay? And so each week I'm going to show you what I can do. Next week I'll show you something really cool. It's one of Diego's favourite meals that I cook. And when I say I cook, I don't cook many meals. So there's not many meals that are favourites. So anyway, let me show you what I do. I just pull these guys off the ground because these will just grow, and I'll have another choco vine growing. I used to have a choco vine growing just here, and it was on the fence with my neighbours, and my neighbour didn't like it. Because technically, we share a fence. And yeah, neighbours can be a bit picky, okay? So this vine is growing from down there. And you see how the vines are growing over here? This is the lemon maya. And it gives us beautiful big lemons. So you want to protect the lemon tree. So you need to pull these guys off. Now, oh my gosh, we've got a little baby one. If I'd known that before, we could have ate that one. Because that is so tasty. You don't actually have to take the skin off this guy. You can just eat him, boil him, cut him up, a bit of salt and pepper. So tasty. Oh, whisper windownuts, it's called a choco. So they grow to be bigger, like that. So I'm just showing my choco vine. It grows very easily. In Mexico, they're called chicotes. And so in Latin America, they're called chicotes. This size is kind of like that. You can eat that raw and put that in salads, or you can chop it up and boil it, a bit of salt and pepper. It's very tasty. You don't even have to take the skin off. But when they get bigger, like that size, or let me find one that's bigger. Oh, there's a big one up the top there. I can't even get that. I can't get to that. I don't know if you can see that. There's a big one there. Oh, there you go. See just there? That's a big size. You cut the skin off those guys. So guys, I just live in a suburban backyard, only 500 square meters. So you can hear little chickens, not chickens, big chicken. There's a big chicken just there. We call her Big Bertha. And I have to be careful I don't step in poop. I already have stepped in poop. Normally this closed off so the chickens can't get in here because they get into everything. These are our wicking beds. There's nothing really in them at the moment because chickens jump in there, and we'll let it go rank because it's winter and the chickens just foraging, eating worms and everything like that. Chilies, bird's eye chili, that's pretty cool. Orange tree, this gives us so good oranges. I probably should try to get one of these down, couple down, and have some fresh orange juice because it gives us really nice orange juice. But can I get up there and get them? Do you reckon that's going to hold my weight? Yeah. Ugh. I'm standing on my wicking bed, literally. Okay, this works. Oh, wrong way. I'm just supposed to turn that around. That wasn't a very flattering look. Okay, 2, 3. Oh, we've just recently got this chopped back. It used to be really big. It was hard to control. It was like really huge. So you can see it's quite, I don't know if you can see there, but one of the what do you call it, arborists? They climbed up and just chopped it all back. But it makes really, really nice orange juice. Actually, I can just hear Diego's car turn up, so he'll love an orange juice. So it's easy to make fresh orange juice. You just squeeze it, literally. All right. Whoops, lost my shoe. All right, let's take these guys. I probably should have brought a bucket in, shouldn't I? Oh, there's another choco there. Okay, we'll come back and get that. Hello, chickens. Hello, chickens. You big bullies. So they bully my blind chicken. I'm probably going to need a bigger bucket. So we have all these ready just to put stuff in because I should have carried one with me. So last week we did a choco scrambled eggs with eggs from these guys. There we go. That's a really good one. Oh my God, how did I not that one? So we're going to have some orange juice with our breakfast. Our bats get into these guys too, so that's why there's kind of half-eaten ones in here. These ones haven't been attacked by the bats. Oh. Hey, chickens. Bark, 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 bark. So, yeah, like we grow quite a bit of stuff in our backyard, but it's only a suburban backyard. Now, I don't know if anyone's watching that watches my lives on when I do walks. I talk about my friend Anna who died of suicide. This is called a sweet leaf. This was one of her favourite plants. So I put a little angel down there, like a little crystal, because this was from her backyard. So yeah, just talk about that one to you. Hey babe. Hey. Have you had breakfast? Oh, because I watered the plants. Say hi, Benny. Hey, hi.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I don't know. Someone online.
Oh.
He's like, oh, what's new? I thought I'd make you an orange juice for breakfast. Would you like that?
That's the first thing you made for me for a long time.
See what I mean? I told you. He's a cooker in the house and I'm the eater. I'm making cocos with poached eggs on toast. Do you want one? He didn't respond, so guess he doesn't want one. Because, you know, we are on a famine with our eggs. All right, it's quite warm outside today. It's winter here in Australia. But working on the plants sometimes is hard work. It's good physical work. Okay, we have some lift off here. Oh. Okay, so we're literally just boiling the chocos, guys. So we pulled the skin off them. We cut the skin off, right? So basically, literally you just chop the skin off. That's the skin. Boil it, which is pretty much done now. So let's turn that off. Turn that off. Now we need to poach our eggs. Oh, we need to do our juice. Okay, let's do that. Now, where have I got? Oh yeah, here we go. This guy. So, you know, orange juice doesn't necessarily come from the supermarket. You can do your own orange juice. It's a bit of work, but you know, it's worth it. Now I need to pop you up so that I can do this. There we go. That works. I should wash this because, you know, cockroaches, all the things get into things. Yeah, we have cockroaches. We've got an old house. We're doing a whole lot of renovating. So, yeah, even we have a possum in our roof at the moment because literally, yeah, the roof is kind of exposed. Can I juggle? No, but I could try. Just because I can't doesn't mean I can't try. Whoops. Was that juggling? Okay. How's work? So you just chop them in half? Did you say you wanted something?
Bacon?
Are you having bacon? Ooh, okay, we're going to have bacon.
No, I'm having bacon.
You're having bacon? Aren't you going to cook me bacon?
No.
Oh, I'm just going to have toast, poached egg with chocos, and orange juice. And I was going to share with you, so maybe if you're not going to share with me, well, I might make you an orange juice. Anyway, let's just squeeze. Literally, that's it.
Actually, there's ham here. Here's the ham.
Oh. So it's very easy making orange
Did you
juice.
see what I got you
What did you get me?
last week? Beetroot relish.
Oh no! Oh, beetroot relish.
See, I'm sharing food with you.
He's sharing food with me. That looks good. Oh wow. Put that on toast. Oh, we're gonna put beetroot relish on my toast with eggs and poached egg. Oh, on my toast, yeah, poached egg, chocos with an orange juice. Okay, that's our recipe at the moment.
We've got a bit of ham.
Oh, with a bit of ham, apparently. Oh, hold on, let's get a glass. We have a glass. We don't want the pips going in it. Whoops. So it's quite plentiful. I just did two oranges and I got that much already. So yeah, love fresh orange juice. And it's nice to be able to get them away from the bats. So really, we should probably pull all those oranges down, babe. Okay, hint, hint. Can you pull them down for me? We did have a contraption. What happened to that contraption that we had? That pulls the, that helps pull the oranges down. Huh? Still there? Okay. You're gonna have pumpkin bread.
I'm going to have a sandwich.
Could you do two pieces of that for me too, please?
What's that?
Can you do 2 pieces of that one for me? I have an assistant now.
No.
So guys, we're doing fresh orange juice from the orange tree. So all this pip stuff, got to get rid of that. So I'll bury that in the backyard. We'll give it to the chickens. Chickens will probably eat that actually. I probably should boil some water now for the poached eggs. Like I said, I'm not the cook in the family. Diego is. So we're making an orange juice. Look at that. Love being able to get stuff out of my backyard. And like, I don't live on a farm. Katie, I don't know, how many like acres or like what kind of land do you have in Alaska? Hey, Ben.
Klondike.
Klondike?
The
What?
Klondike.
Klondike. What?
The goldfield up there. Klondike.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking
Is
about.
she near there?
I don't know. What is it called?
The Klondike.
Are you near the Klondikes?
Klondike.
Klondikes, Katie?
Gold. On
Apparently it's a
TV.
gold
thing.
field. Obviously he knows about gold fields in Alaska.
So that's probably very remote.
Probably is very remote. Why are you sniffing the bread?
Oh, no, that's because you want? You
So-
want to toast it now or not?
Yes, please.
Well, you're not ready.
Okay, not ready. Yeah, not ready. Are you going to have some orange juice? Am I sharing some orange juice with you?
Yeah, because you have my bread and my
I should share, hey. He does feed me, so I better give him a drink. In a beer glass. Give him the little one again. So I love, this is the weekend here in Australia. I know some of you guys, well, Matt, you're from the UK. So,
It's a weekend too.
no, it's
Friday night.
It's Friday night. Well, I guess it's the weekend still for you, I guess. It's the start of the weekend for you, Matt. And Katie, Alaska, you're still, well, is it Saturday, like Friday afternoon still?
Friday morning.
No. No, so in
They're
Alaska.
all day behind.
Yeah, they're about 18 hours behind, I think, in Alaska. What time is it in Alaska, Katie? I can't see the chat. Can you see the chat?
Friday morning.
No, I reckon it's Friday afternoon.
It's Friday morning.
Okay, we're having a fight here. What time is it in Alaska? It's 1:30 a.m. in Cheshire for Matt. See, 4:35 p.m. in Alaska. Who was right? I was right. He was wrong. Just remember that. So anyway, that's Diego's. That's mine. Got to clean that up because it's sticky. It's very sticky. Let's do our poached egg. All right.
Some others here, Where'd you get them from?
Oh, I bought them yesterday. I had a picnic in Brisbane.
Oh,
So we just boiled some water. I think we know how to do that. You'd be surprised sometimes I don't know how to do that either. I sometimes kind of get sidetracked and it the water evaporates because I forgot to put something in it. Yeah, I'm a bit like that. Okay. Oh. I think I must have had something in my finger. I might have a splinter in my finger. He doesn't even care. He's like, it's a shame. Oh. Are you gonna cook? Are you gonna take over and cook for me?
no.
He does that. I cook. I start cooking, and then he just gets. Ah, you're drinking my drink.
Oh, okay. No difference. Sharing is caring.
I put some poison in yours. Is your life insurance under my name?
Nope.
Whose
You're
name
not-
is it?
You're not even in the beneficiary.
Am I not? What happens if something happens to you tomorrow?
Dad gets it.
Dad, your
Yeah.
dad died.
Yeah, no, but he's on the thing.
So your dad's a beneficiary and he died last year. I can confirm the orange juice is really good. So we're gonna put this over here. So we're ready for our, our breakfast of wonderfulness. We've got our orange juice. Now, we've got our eggs. We have our chocos that is already prepared. We're trying to boil this water up. Now, we're supposed to put salt. So I've got some sea salt in there. And some turmeric too. Turmeric? Where is turmeric? Oh, there we go, turmeric. And we need this guy to pluck him out. We need a plate. I don't want to kind of show you my mess of a kitchen, okay? We're about to renovate, aren't we, baby? Diego's been spending a lot of time drawing up plans on how the kitchen's going to be. So the house is being completely re-renovated by Diego. He's a carpenter builder. So we like him. We'll keep him this month. Next month, maybe not so much.
I'm not here next month.
Yeah, he's not here next month, so it doesn't matter. So I got my wishes worked.
Actually, yeah, I am.
Oh, damn it. So he's off to Europe next month, or he's off to Europe in September.
October.
No, September.
August.
August, September.
August 25th.
Yeah, you'll be away for your birthday. Anyway, he's away for 3 weeks or 4
When's
weeks?
your birthday again?
The 7th, 8th of September.
See, she doesn't even know his birthday.
I accidentally missed his birthday. I had it in my calendar on my phone, and then that night I was lying on the couch. He'd already gone to bed, and I see it says Ben, because Ben, that's really his name, Ben. I call him Diego because my nickname is Dora, right? So my alter ego is Dora. So Dora and Diego, right?
I had no option.
He had no option, so I just call him that. So, yeah, so anyway, I had to wake him up and go, happy birthday. So I've never lived that down. Never lived that down. Like, I've taken him scuba diving. I've taken him whale watching. I've taken you whale watching twice for your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And still ungrateful, completely ungrateful.
No, nothing can...
But see,
Nothing's going to top missing my birthday.
But see, it must have worked because he shouted me a trip to my birthday to Samoa last month, or no, in May. So anyway,
I funded 2 of your holidays this year.
So this is my sugar daddy. Hey, sugar daddy.
Whatever, go away.
Anyway, so I do a lot of traveling myself because I like to do traveling by myself. Solo travel is so much fun, and he's going to do some solo travel by himself, and maybe he'll also do some video recording. He's not much into YouTube. He'll give me the videos and then I'll have to edit them. And he's quite funny. And he's funny to look at too. He's shaking his head. So if you go back and watch some of my videos, yeah, there is Diego in. I don't hide him.
You do.
I don't hide him. I do so.
You hide me all the time. You don't want people...
Hey Susan, how you going? So I'm attempting to cook. I know, I'll be able to cook this. I'm cooking. He's laughing. Like I said, I'm not the cooker in the household. I'm just putting some salt into the water, and then we're going to put some...
Who's going to like which meal better, I reckon?
Oh, look at your meal.
I'm going to have toasted sandwiches.
Yeah, but that's not from the yard. I'm cooking from love from our yard.
Yeah, and I'm cooking.
Oh, what happened to my egg? Oh, there it is, yeah. And I'm cooking love from my yard. See?
I reckon people would rather have my bacon, cheese, tomato relish, toasty sandwich, I reckon.
Okay, let's do a poll here, guys. Who wants to eat Diego's food, which is nothing from our garden? It's ham.
So it's all organic?
I don't know. I can't guarantee it's organic.
That's from the German house. Bacon's from the farm. And tomato relish is made from the farm, from Pete and Colleen.
Okay, but mine is from our yard. Choco's from our backyard. I'm about to cook an egg from our backyard. So I'm putting turmeric in because turmeric's really good for us.
And I'm going to have some avocado on mine.
Can I have the egg? Actually, could you put the eggs in for me?
No.
Can you crack it in there?
No.
You're so much better at it than me. Come on, please.
This is competition. Everyone's going to have the best meal.
He's playing hardball now. Okay, so let me put you down. I don't know if this will work, but let's just try it. Okay, not a very good view, but... Oh, you nearly ended up in the drink. And when I say drink, I'm talking about... I'll show you that later. Let me just crack this. Okay, the water's boiled. I've got salt in, I've got turmeric, and we've got the egg in there. All right. When I said the drink, I nearly dropped you in here. So what that is crushed eggshells, and we put that in the garden. Okay, so we're letting that, we're supposed to kind of stir it around.
Burning.
What's burning? Oh no, it's
The handle.
the handle. The handle's burning. You're supposed to kind of
Don't leave it.
just leave it. Okay, just leave it. Can you put my bread in, please, for me? Oh, I swear I put a little splinter in my finger. Susan, how could you go to Diego's meal? You haven't even seen my meal yet. My meal hasn't been finished yet.
Look at show
Now
mine.
he's showing off. Look at this. Now he's putting parmesan on his.
Pepperoni.
Oh.
Pepperoni. Some pepper parmesan sort of thing.
Now you're just showing off. Why did you have to come home?
People
It
said
just
people would go-
ruined my solace, and he's taken over my life by doing a nicer meal, he thinks, than mine. That's just not on, right? Not on. This is why I do a solo channel. Otherwise, he takes over. Okay, so let's drain. Okay, so I also do a choco tea. So how do we do this? Well, trying to hold a phone.
That's why they invented tripods.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's not easy to position a tripod while you're trying to. Can I borrow you for a second?
Look at my meal.
Oh my
Everyone wants my meal. They want to see my meal when it's finished.
He's making toasted. He's toasting that now too. So he's really showing off here. Okay, do you reckon my eggs are done? Let me have a look. Yeah, I reckon that's done. We want it sloppy, hey. Whoops, 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 nearly. Okay, let's turn that off. Let's let it sit there like that, so that'll drain. Now we need to drain this because we want to actually keep the water from this. Can you show them how we do this? So we're draining.
So you're on a master chef.
He thinks it's a master chef. So now we have choco tea. Now, I don't know if you can see that. There's a bit of a green tinge in that. You probably can't see that. So now, just to keep up with me, we have choco tea with a bit of a green tinge. So that was where the juice of the choco was cooked. We have orange juice from the backyard. So all from our garden so far. We have an egg from our garden.
From the chooks, not from the garden.
From the chooks, not the garden. Diego's so literal. Oh, shivers. Okay, our eggs, our toast. Toast is unfortunately not from our yard. I would like to learn to make sourdough. Does anyone in the chat know how to make sourdough? I know you need to make a stick at a starter and all that kind of stuff, but have you done it? Is it easy?
Yeah, it's easy.
Could I do it if I'm not much of a cooker? You've seen my skills. I'm not very good at cooking. I like to boil things.
Turn into explosive.
I like to boil things, and I like to make
Want
salad.
some ham? Would you like some ham? No, you're having everything from the
I'm
garden.
having everything from the garden except my toast, okay? Don't ruin my bliss. Okay, we need some butter.
So you don't want the relish?
Oh yeah, I do want the
No, but
relish.
it's not from your farm.
No, I'll have relish.
It was not from the garden.
Go away. Okay, so we've got toast. We're going to put some butter over that.
One ham, there's ham in the bowl.
Okay, so apparently if I want ham, we can have some ham on it too. We might need some ham on it. Okay, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's not very successful, guys. I think part of my problem with cooking is that I'm trying to do it when I'm doing something like videotaping, and I can't do it two things at once. Yeah, I have heard you need a sourdough starter, Katie. My friend has them. Okay, so let's just do this. Just need a bit of butter, because, you know, a bit of butter's good for us. Oh, actually, I don't know why I did 2 toasts. Actually, maybe I will have some ham, please. Because I only got 1 egg, so I've got 2 bits of toast. Okay, so we've got that. All right, and then we want to put our... We need a fork. All right. So we're going to put our chocos on our plate. We're going to plate up. Is that the professional name for this? Plating up? Because, you know, I'm so professional. Plating up. So we've got lots of choco. Now, one thing you must do with chocos is put salt and pepper on them, okay? Now, Matt, if you're still there, in England, it's very English to do salt and pepper with butter. That's the English way. But I'm not English and I do things a little bit different. So I'm just going to put salt and pepper on them. And there we go. There's our... Okay, come off. Oh, whoops. Oh, that nearly fell on the ground. Oh no. Don't break on me. Don't break on me. See, I'm classy. I have to use my fingers. Okay. Can I have a bit of ham, please? Yeah. Okay, thanks. So I'm going to put some of this relish that apparently is from a farmer. So it'll be kind of organic-y like. So this is beetroot relish. Did you say it was beetroot relish? That sounds nice, hey? Beetroot relish. Are you serious? Look at now you're putting olives on yours. Okay, now you're just really showing off. That's just not on. So now I'm going to put some ham on my other one. That's ham, not bacon, hey? Okay. Bit of ham. And we'll put a choco on top of that. Actually, you know what? We'll put some relish on top of our ham too. That'll be nice. All right. We're ready to eat. What do I do? Now you're putting salami on yours. What do I do with my fork? I don't know. Okay. Oop. I thought I was facing myself then. So guys, let's sit down and try our meal. And let me construct and tell you what I'm eating. So we have chocos. Now I need to put salt and pepper on that. We haven't done that yet. So I've got some Celtic sea salt, handcrafted. Celtic sea salt. Oh, we'll put some on the eggs too. Sea salt's really good for you. Okay. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do that one-handed. I can't do that one-handed. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to prop you up like that. All right. So we have orange juice from our backyard, chocos that we pulled off the vine. You saw me pull that off the vine. So garden to plate in like half an hour, probably an hour because I talked a lot. We've got choco tea, which is just the water that was boiled in. It's got extra nutrients in that. We have eggs from our chickens at the back. And then the rest obviously was bought. Okay, so that's my meal. And then that's Diego's meal. All manufactured from... So we had to buy that. And I could just get that from the backyard. So, who thinks Diego's is better?
Mine's organic.
Okay, his might be organic too, but mine's made with love from my yard.
So was this. I've made love this. This is, you know.
Okay, guys. Orange juice from the backyard. Divine tasting. Divine tasting. We have... Let's pick up a bit of choco. Chocos with salt and pepper on them. So tasty. Side dish to go with my poached eggs on toast. And then we have our poached eggs with some beetroot relish, not from my garden. I succumbed because he came home and made something in front of me.
Nice.
Look, it's about to drip. Oops, I'll drip it on the other one. So, eating your own chicken eggs is so fun. I love doing it because I think they're growing. You know, they're running around our backyard. They're eating like our leftover scraps and stuff, and They're on our land. It's nice. It's special. And then look at Diego. He's eating everything that he bought from a market.
And see, I can have a picnic at the same time. Salami.
Hey, Pikachu. I saw you on Katie's. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't eat while I'm talking. It's rude of me. I saw you on Katie's channel. Thanks for jumping in. So Pikachu is also Diego from Alaska. So we've got a few Alaskan people here. We have Matt. Matt is from Cheshire, like the Cheshire Cat. Is that the same thing? Is that where it came from?
Alice in Wonderland, wasn't it?
So,
Oh shit.
so Chocos, salt and pepper, very easy to make. Even Dora can make this. And that means a lot because, like I said, I don't cook. Diego's a cooker. You can see like his masterpiece, what he just did. That's a lot. That's a lot of moving parts for me.
Took 10 minutes less than you took you now to do that.
Because I was talking. Look at the colour of my egg yolk. That relish is quite nice, isn't it?
Dunno.
Oh, you had the tomato relish. So, anyone in the chat, had you ever seen a choco before? Let me go get one. Oh, there we go. Had you ever seen a choco before? Before I cooked it? Or affectionately known as chocotti in Latin America. So this is the choco tea, which is just the juice of the choco that has been cooked in.
Water.
The water. It's juice. So Katie, you haven't? Okay.
Well, they're a poor man potato.
They're apparently called a poor man potato. I think that's an English
In
term.
the recession.
In the recession. So Matt, you've never heard of them either, and you're from England. Okay, because, technically Australia, we're all, convicts from England.
It was more America, hon.
What?
The recession.
Oh, okay.
That's what I used to have in the recession is potatoes, is choco, because it's abundant.
In US?
Yeah.
Okay. So Diego's giving us a bit of history here. Apparently in the recession, this is called the poor man's poor man's potato, because potatoes were farmed and they weren't around that much, but these guys just grow very rapidly, like rabbits. They just multiply.
And no one had money.
Because no one had money, and they're just easy to, literally easy to grow. I don't even water them. Honestly, in summertime I'd water them. In wintertime I don't water them at all. And last week I did scrambled eggs with chocos and eggs and everything from my yard. Literally it was all made from the garden. This week is obviously the bread was made not from the garden. So it's now nearly 11 o'clock a.m. on Saturday morning. So this is kind of brunch now. So,
Whoops.
I kind of feel weird about sitting here eating food in front of you. Oh, Diego's having some choco. This has got to be
Sugar, choo choo, choo choo, open up.
What are you doing? That? Put it in your own mouth.
No, I don't eat chocos.
He does eat chocos. He's just showing off now. I thought he was actually going to eat that then. So then I put the chocos in the egg yolk. That's tasty too. So as you see, I'm obsessed with chocos. Literally obsessed. Diego can't stand them. No, he does. He does eat them. He makes jokes of them. So well, I showed you outside, we're kind of renovating at the moment. When I say he is renovating, not me. I've had to kill some of the vines because they were getting in the way, and if he did that, he would like rip them completely out. So I'm a lot more nicer to my choco vines than him. So next week, so yes, it's Saturday here already. I'm in the future. It's nearly 11 a.m. So next week I'm going to make, with the bigger chocos that I found out the back, I'm going to cut them in half. I'm going to make a choco bake, where basically, are you dancing in the background?
No, I'm flexing.
I'm going to make, you cut them in half. After you boil them, you cut them in half, and then you spoon out the inside, and then you stir fry it with garlic and ginger and chicken, whatever you want to stir fry it with, right? And then you put a bit of cream in it, and then you put it back in the half, and then you put some cheese on top, and you bake it. You like that. He reckons that's pretty good. Then you can also make a choco soup. So each kind of once a week, I will try to do one of these videos live, just showing you what I can do with a choco. Because I think, like I said, there's cheap food. I offer these to my neighbours with instructions on what to do with them, because no one knows what to do with them. And it's free food. Like, honestly, in today's lifestyle where everything's so expensive, I'm offering free food to people, and people just stare at me and go, oh, what do you do with that? Try it. It's not going to kill you, honestly, and you might like it. You can stir fry them. You can juice them to make juice, put them with, juice. Actually, there was a recipe I got. A lot of I used to live in Mexico, so a lot of my Mexican friends send me recipes because chocos are very popular over there, chocotes. They grow rapidly there all over the place too, and they identify that it's just free food. And you can make a choco juice. So basically you take the skin off and you juice them, and then you put lemon with it. It's a different kind of taste. I wouldn't say it's lovely, but it's okay. It's refreshing. Then you put ice with it, have it cold. It's supposed to be a refreshing drink, like electrolytes kind of thing. I'll put them in juice with all like vegetables and lots of different things to juice. I've stir-fried them like an Asian style. I have made the soup. I've made the bake. What else have I done with them? Boil them. Boil them is the most easiest thing. Like, have a side dish. Like, if you're making like a roast dinner or whatever, steak and veggies kind of thing, this can be an easy side dish. Just boil them, cut them up. Salt and pepper. It's so easy. And then, of course, you saw my orange juice we literally pulled that from the tree. I mean, I didn't pull the orange juice from the tree. I pulled the oranges down and I squeezed them. So, yeah, suburban living doesn't have to be so hard. Some things you can grow and they just grow very easily. Like orange tree, it just grows. Chocos just grow. And it's kind of like a supplement meal. Like, I can add it to everything that I'm cooking, like for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Okay, maybe I can't take it to lunch at work or anything like that. But, I can add them to things, like to bulk up your meal. So like I said, like in today's lifestyle where things are, getting more and more expensive, this little choco can help you, help you. You can even stir fry the vines of the choco vine. So that's another thing I could even show you. So, yeah. So you guys are all having a good old chat in the comments, which is great. going to take you off. Choco soup. Yeah, honestly, Katie, choco soup is really tasty. Maybe I'll make that next week. So Katie, I was going to ask. So you seem to do lives once a day, or a couple of times a day. Do you like schedule your lives? Because I don't. I'm very random. I'll just go, oh, I think I'll do a live this morning for breakfast, or in a couple of hours I'll be like, you know what, I need to start training for my 30K walk, so I'll do a live walking along the beach. I don't schedule much. Do you schedule anything? Or meat and choco. Oh, you know what? I've never tried that. Actually, tell you something. Apple pie. Apparently, when apples were quite hard to get, they would put apples in the apple pie, but they would put chocos in it because chocos take on different tastes. So a lot of apple pies have choco in them. So just a fun fact. Okay, you try to do it at the same start time. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not so good at being regular or consistent, probably should I say. Like my 30K walk that I'm doing is next Friday. So I've been doing like walking in the morning before work, walking after work, and I've just been doing lives while I walk, showing people where, my local beach, because beach is always nice to show people, kind of just, people like them. So, any questions about the choco? I feel like a teacher. Any questions about the choco? I'll give you a tip. The choco, this little end here, when you pull it off the vine, it has a little sap in it. And if that gets on your shirt, you'll have a stain on your shirt and you will not be able to get it out. So I've learned that the hard way, that it ruins your shirts. Or if you, bundle them up and had them in your shorts or something, they'll literally stain your shorts, or whatever you're holding, they'll stain them. Choco chips. Yes, you can actually. That's another thing I could do. I've got an air fryer, so I've made choco chips. So that's an easy one to do. Maybe I'll do that one. So look, I've got lots of recipes for you. So each week I'm going to introduce you to another thing that you can do with a choco, other than just chuck it away. Because I know a lot of people are like, no, I'm not eating that. That's gross. Yeah, like I said, I give them to my neighbours with instructions on what to do with them, and I don't think they eat them. I have some friends that love them. So, I'll bag them up and I'll drive them to different houses. Like on a Sunday afternoon, I'll literally go from one house to another house, just giving them chocos. So in the season, I'll have so many chocos, it's not funny. So probably around spring. So we're in winter time now, and it's coming to spring. The 1st of September will be spring for us. So the opposite to you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, which you'll be going to autumn, we'll be going to spring. And springtime, they go nuts. So, like I said, I have had chocos go all the way down the side of my fence onto the neighbour's side, and they don't like them. So I have to go over to the neighbour's side and kind of trim them back quite a lot. And if I don't do it regularly, they will go through and chop them back, and then I'll lose a vine and I'll get really upset. But, it is growing on their side. So, kind of teaches you to be a little bit more consistent. My neighbour on the other side loves the chocos. So, and she also gives them to her friends. So I give her bags. But, I try to give them to my neighbours because, it's all about I like the idea of community and, growing vegetables and bartering kind of thing. Not that I've got anything back from my neighbours, but that's not the point, But, in the perfect world, I think it'd be really, really nice to be able to have a barter system with, the neighbours, the people across the road, here's some chocos and they give you some lemons or some oranges. So I do that with some of my friends. Like, for example, I dropped over some oranges and then she gave me a whole lot of ginger and I put that in the freezer, and some turmeric she gave me. Other friends have given me banana, like actual banana plants, and then I've grown that, and then I've got bananas growing in the backyard. So, it's very, it's community driven. I mean, I just love that. And it's kind of like what we're doing on YouTube, like, where we're building community, we're sharing ideas, we're sharing skills, we're, sharing friendship. The world is, a lonely place. It's so weird that we have these phones we're so connected, but we're so disconnected. So, Katie, you said in one of your lives, because I watched a couple of your lives, because Matt told me about you, Matt Launton, you know that now, because you said there was another Matt from Australia, Matt Fishing. So I'll have to check him out. But you said, Katie, that the reason why you do lives is to, encourage you to actually start exercising and, make you regularly exercise, but also help other people exercise to encourage them, but also to give people community and to give someone some social, like, in the chat, like you guys are all having fun, getting to know each other. And, I'm getting to know you guys in the chat too. Like, Matt, I didn't know you. I only met you through a live. Katie, I didn't know you. I met you through Matt from a live into your live, which I went on your live this morning. Susan, I know you. Artfully Becoming is Susan. She does watercolour painting. And I know her through a few different friends in the community that we're all kind of part of. And I don't know if there's anyone else in the chat. Pikachu, I only know you from Matt introducing me to Katie, and I saw Pikachu on Katie's live. So isn't it interesting how, we're interlinking, and, we're building friendships and having a joke. And, life shouldn't be serious. And like you saw Diego dancing in the background before, and, you've seen me dance in the back, dance on my shorts. And when I do my lives, I sometimes do a funny dance. Because, life shouldn't be so serious. Like, we have to adult. We've got to go to work and pay our bills, that's adulting. But outside of that, we should just enjoy life and have a joke, have some fun, have some banter. Like you guys are having banter in the chat, and I love that. And I have banter with some of you guys. There's a couple of guys that come into the chat. Guys, I mean people, that come into the chat. And, we have a bit of a, joke, and I love that. I just think it's really, really nice in a world that, is starting to be so unsocial, that we can try to be social on this kind of platform. Though, in saying that, meeting people face-to-face is so much better. Like, Katie, you said that you've met a few people face-to-face. And, I think, face-to-face is so much better than just, looking at people through a phone and having a little, chat. But, if we can't do that, then this is a nice little sidestep, I guess. So, interesting, I have an Instagram page with the same handle. And funny story, because I always tell stories, right? About 6 or 7 years ago, I wanted to start a YouTube page. I thought that'd be fun, I want to be a YouTuber, like, all the things. And I posted my first video, didn't edit it, I just literally posted it. And that was hard enough, and just like, oh wow, no one's watched it. No one's subscribed. I didn't know how it worked. I thought, that's just too hard. I'm going to join Instagram instead. So I played on Instagram. So I've been playing on there for 6 or 7 years now. And I realised that it's kind of very boring, Instagram, because though you try to make friends with people through the chat, but it's not as interactive. I mean, I've made friends for example, I have actually made friends. I do this dancing thing on a Wednesday called Dancing with Dora, and people send me videos and I do a dance off with them, and I edit them, with us two dancing on the screens. Just recently I did one from YouTube with someone that was, sent me a video from YouTube. But 3.5 years ago, I did this dance with a girl from France, and literally in May I was in France, and guess what? We organised to meet up. So we met in real life. We had a picnic. We walked around Paris. We did a dance, a live dance. And it was so nice to meet someone that you met on social media. So I've done that a few times, that I've met people, like people have come to Australia and they've, sent me a message saying, hey, we're going to be in Brisbane. Do you want to meet up? And I'm like, yeah, why not? So I'm really keen to meet some YouTubers too. I have some friends that are on YouTube, but not in my area. But if obviously they come to Brisbane or if I go to their area, we will try to, hook up kind of thing and make some friends. But yeah, I'm really keen to kind of take what I've done on YouTube on Instagram over to YouTube. And I'm starting to do that. So like this week I had a dance with Vicky. So her page is called, I can't remember her page. She's from America. She's just doing a story on, she's doing lots of posts on Alaska actually. She just did an Alaskan cruise. Aging, I don't know her name. Hey, Gina, how you going? So yeah, I'm starting to, get more in the community in YouTube. I mean, I'm only a small creator, only under, 500 subscribers, but, I'm having fun with it and, meeting you guys. And I think doing the lives is actually really good because I'm actually getting, I'm getting more knowledge from you guys. Like I'm getting to know you a little bit better and you're getting to know a little bit more about me. Probably too much information sometimes. You're probably like, I don't need to see that, Dora, But, I took you on a little journey this morning, with my chocos that I grow and how much I love them. I think you know how much I'm obsessed with chocos. And yeah, this is my second live making something out of the chocos. So, next week, I don't know what day I'll do it, but, once a week I'm going to try to do a choco live and make something with chocos and, give you the idea that, maybe you'll pick up a choco from your local supermarket or, fruit shop, veggie shop, and they're easy to grow. Literally, if I just left that on my bench, it would grow a stem out of that and it would just start growing. And then literally you just put that in the ground and it'll grow. They're that easy to grow. Honestly, they're so easy. Though, in saying that, I think they don't really like cold very much. So in winter, they go a little bit dormant. So where I live in southeast Queensland, it's a little bit warmer. So I can get them through winter, but I've just noticed we've gone through a cold snap and outside, they're not growing as, plentiful as they normally are. Whereas my mum lives in Mullaney, which is about an hour and a half from here, up the mountain. It's colder and her chocos are not growing at all because it's cold. So I think you need warmer weather. So I'm not sure how they go in Alaska. But I know, Matt, they grow in the UK because, that's probably where they originated or once upon a time, because that's how we got them here in Australia from the English. In Mexico, Latin America, they're very, very popular, chocote. So, yeah, anyway, nice to meet everyone in the chat. You guys are having a good old chat, which is great. How are you, Gina, anyway? No, it's not a fruit, actually. It's a vegetable. I literally just cut it up, boiled it. So you take the skin off it, you cut it up, boil it, and put salt and pepper on it. So that was my recipe this morning. Literally that easy. And then I did a poached egg. I've got some chickens in the backyard. So people have just come on. I might as well just show you the choco vine, and then I can finish up. So anyway, I'm just going to show you the choco vine. So there's a innovating here, so there's lots of ladders and stuff. That's a choco vine. That one's coming from down here, down there. That is a choco. Oh, we need to pull that one off. That's too old, that one there. Oh, let's go, 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 go. Gadget arms. Yeah, see there, guys? See how that's growing? I'm going to leave that there and you'll see that growing. So hello to the chickens. So this garden is just an absolute mess. As I said, chickens don't normally come in here, but because we're renovating, there's stuff everywhere. Pieces of wood from the build. So anyway, I'm going to leave that just here. Actually, no, we're going to put it in the sun. It'll grow a lot more in the sun. Just put it here, okay? So this is my main choco vine. Okay, this is the chickens. They are dusting themselves. This is how they bath. No, he's probably shy now. Hey, Big Bertha. I think Big Bertha is molting. She's not as fluffy as she normally is. Sorry to interrupt your bath. So that's where they grow in and they vine up. They like to jump on things. And I'm going to show you. There's a couple. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just in there. Hold on. Got to be careful not to donk your head. There you go. That's a choco. Yeah, Bertha's massive, isn't she? There's another one. There's two of them. There's the other one. So they're like... Oh, they're Sussex. Okay, I couldn't remember what they were called. So you can look up. Here's Diego's bum. Give us a dance. A bum dance. Oh, you just farted. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is why I don't include Diego in my life. Ben!
All natural from the garden.
Yeah, so there's Sussex, okay, guys? I think Big Bertha's molting, hey? What's going on, buddy? So yeah, they're just free range around the backyard. So anyway, that's the choco vine. And you see how it's kind of looking a bit dusty and stuff? That's getting old. So I'll show you the bit that you could stir fry. See the little baby bits? You can stir fry the little baby bits. And that's a little baby choco. I don't know if you can zoom in, the little flower. Let me just show you again. Let's zoom in. That's a little baby choco growing. The next week, you'll see a whole lot of chocos coming on here. So, actually, what I'll just go do, I'm just going to go get the eggshells that I prepared earlier. So literally eggshells, you just blitz them up. Actually, no, you put them in the oven to dry them out a little bit, and then you blitz them, and then you put them on tomatoes, and I put them, and any vegetables really. I can't get in the house. Okay, it's locked. This thing? Oh, yep. And a tape measure. So apparently I'm also... Where's the tape measure? Oh. Okay. So I'm playing assistant at the moment, in the middle of my live. I don't know. There you go. All right. We'll go in this way. So I'm just going to show you how I fertilise my planties. As I said, I don't use pesticides or anything like that. I try to use it naturally. So that was what I blitzed. That's eggshells. So we're going to put that on the chocos and water them in because that'll be just nice nutrients. So eggshells have a lot of calcium in them. So it's good for our plants. Good for tomatoes. Tomatoes love it. So I've got to show you the tomatoes. They're going, no, shivers. Nearly fell over there. That wouldn't have been good. Okay. Let's just go through here. Literally put that in the roots. And there's another one over here. I'm going to put some in roots there. And then we're going to put some in. So literally that's just eggshells, literally blitzed up. And then you just water them in. I'll show you. Tomatoes are going nuts. I haven't planted any tomatoes. Maybe once upon a time I planted them. And then they just grow and the birds pollinate them and the bees. So let me show you. Oh, I need to pick them too. Oh my goodness. Let me find something to pick. Okay, hold on. Let me show you. Look at all the tomatoes. Tomatoes all through there, and then all through over here. So literally, we used to have a big tree here, a chocolate pudding tree, and it's just literally just been taken out because we've had to put this, because we're building and stuff, right? We didn't plant one of these tomato trees. They're gone nuts. Now what's in here is also, if Katie's still there, you were talking about wild raspberries. That's a wild raspberry. So they've got such big spikes, you gotta be careful. So they're growing in amongst the tomatoes. So it's a bit hard. It's like playing Russian roulette to get tomatoes out of here. So that's going to be a baby tomato coming up soon. So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to get the tomatoes. It's a bit nuts. So yeah, so Katie, you did see that, okay. So you said you had wild raspberries, didn't you? So I'm going to dump this stuff on the roots. See, we've already done some shells down here already, but I'm just going to dump. This is just free fertilizer, man. Easy, easy peasy. And then you just water them in. Okay, I'll probably have to stick a stick in there and get that out. But let me just get something to put all the tomatoes in. It's so therapeutic picking tomatoes. I probably didn't even eat all the tomatoes I got from last week yet. I got so many tomatoes last week too. So we've got our little container. So again, free food. I didn't grow any of these tomatoes and there's so many of them. Literally. They're all growing in there. All through there. Well, we better pull these off. These are kind of going into our neighbour's yard. So let's pull these guys off. And I might offer these to the neighbours too, because they might not eat chocos, but they'll eat tomatoes. How cool is these? No chemicals needed. I mean, some of them have been eaten by something, but you just don't eat those ones. My gosh, there's so many tomatoes, guys. And I think my last live, someone suggested making a tomato sauce, so we're probably going to do that. Make some tomato sauce. Because we've got so many tomatoes. Can't eat enough of these tomatoes, guys. And guys, and this is only a small block, man. We're only like 500 square metres. My neighbour's yard is like 900 square metres. They've got a big block. All right, so let's be careful. Get stabbed by these is not good. But there's a whole lot of them in here too. Okay, I might actually have to do this when I'm off the camera because I need more hands to get in there. Oh my God, there's huge. Okay, how do I get in there? I have to step in here, I think, guys. Oh, oops. They're nice ones. Look at those ones, guys. They're big. They're like double the size. So there might be different varieties in here. There's buzzy bees. So those bees are like gold. They pollinate all our plants for us. Whoops. And if we're lucky, I could show you has anyone ever seen a blue banded bee? They are so beautiful. The back of the bee has got a blue band, literally. They're so gorgeous. But, when I want to show you, they're not around. But that's a basil, Thai basil. They love the Thai basil. I'm actually sadly allergic to bees now. Basically, if I got bitten, I have to have an EpiPen near me. So I've got one upstairs, a couple somewhere. That, apparently I'll go into anaphylactic fits. But, bees don't mean to bite you, as long as you don't, it was just unfortunate. But I'm not going to be scared of them. So let's just go in our neighbour's yard. So marigolds are really good for a cross companion growing because marigolds have some weird smell that bugs don't like. So if you put them in your tomatoes, they'll stop bugs going on your tomatoes. No tomatoes this side. They're on the other side. Can we get through here? You know what? Just go back around, hey? That's a nasturtium plant. I showed you last week how you can eat the flowers and the little... We stir fry the little leaves. You can stir fry that or eat that raw. They're very peppery. Put that in your salads. Oh, whoops. That was Diego's experiment. He's trying to grow some more rosemary. That fell down. That is a pineapple. So easy to grow pineapples. You cut the top of your pineapple when you get it and then you chuck it in the ground and then maybe a year later you'll get a pineapple. So we've had a couple of pineapples now. Free food again, all about free food, guys. Okay. So now we have to get all the tomatoes off here. You've never seen those bees before, Matt? Oh, okay. These are just normal buzzy bees here. Let me have a better look to see if I can see the blue banded bee. Blue banded bees don't go in groups, they're just one singular. And I can't see him. He's not here. He's the blue banded, it stands there. Oh, wait on, hold on, guys. Hold on. Is that him up there? No. No, they're on their bottoms. It's blue. Well, maybe that is him. No, that's just a normal bee. They're just normal honeybees. So we used to have honeybees here. You're allowed one box. We ended up having 2 boxes and they didn't like each other. We had European bees and then, I don't know, some other bees, and they were fighting. Anyway, one got on my hair, got stuck in my hair one day when I was down here, and then it bit me on the neck, unfortunately. And I end up not feeling very good. I've been bitten by bees heaps of times. Just, bees are part of, our culture kind of thing. They're everywhere in our garden kind of thing. So I wasn't that concerned. And then I went upstairs and I even, started making dinner. Just wasn't feeling really good. And I said to my partner, I said, hey, I'm just not feeling good. And typical guy, he's like, oh, you'll be fine. You're all right. You're just, dramatising things. I said, hey, no, I don't feel good. And I said, I was looking for a antihistamine, but we didn't have any. So he's like, oh, I'll go get you an antihistamine. And I yelled out to him and I said, hey, I don't feel good. Can I come with you? Because I really felt like I was going to faint. So I came with him and I said, hey, just drop me an emergency. Don't feel good. Emergency. And he said, okay, I'll come back and get you. I'll have the the antihistamine by then. I walked into the hospital emergency and I fainted literally in the front door and hit my head on the ground. So literally that's the fastest way to get into emergency, faint. So basically, yeah, I had an anaphylactic fit and literally just fainted. And then they had to inject me with something. What did they inject you with? Adrenaline. So yeah, so unfortunately I now have to, when I hike or I carry an EpiPen with me, but and I'm not going to be scared of, bees. Like bees are, really good for our plants. They cross-pollinate all our plants. So yeah, I'm not going to be scared of them. And if I get bitten again, it's going to, just have to stab myself with an EpiPen. And apparently when you stab yourself with an EpiPen, you actually have to call the ambulance. So anyway, just have faith that I won't get bitten again. If I do get bitten, I'll be fine. It is what it is. But anyway, I think we just got enough there, guys. Hey, Hansa, how you going? I met you on a live a little while ago when we were trying to do a jumping for joy. Remember that? A few of us were all jumping for joy on the beach. That was fun. Anyway, I hope you're well. Anyway, guys, that was my tomato stash. Not that I was doing a tomato stash this afternoon or this morning. I was showing you my chocos instead. Oh, sorry. I was just talking about how I was pulling the choco vine off the lemon tree. So anyway, I'm Dora. That was a choco. Where's a choco? That is a choco. That's a choco. And we did cooking with Dora. Oh, the sun. We did cooking with Dora. As I said, I'm not a cook. I'm an eater. But I just showed you some basic, it's easy. Just chop it up, take the skin off, boil it, salt and pepper. You can put butter on it. Do whatever you want with it. But that was my little easy recipe this week, was to put some choco side dish, like a side, with my poached eggs from my little chickens that are running around the garden. Okay, before I finish, I want to show you, we'll do a little cuddle with our little quail, okay? And then we're going to say sayonara, because I need to get on with my day. Hey, little girl. Hey, little girl. Hey, say hello. 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 Oh, hello. Are we going to... She makes some cute little sounds, and she poos in her water. No idea why, but she poos in her water. We've left a little bit of a bush happening for her so she can hide in there. Hey, little girl. So that's a quail. And they normally give us eggs too. They're only really little ones. But again, in winter, she doesn't give us any eggs. But she normally gives us 1 egg a day. She's really regular. Unfortunately, we had a few more quails, but they all died. So and she's lived by like this for 2 years now. So she's really happy, aren't you? Unfortunately, we can't have her running around the backyard, otherwise she'll get eaten. So that was my little quail, and she's gorgeous. We love her. We call her Little Quail. We were wanting to get some more quails for her, but again, you've got to be careful with introducing quails like birds together. Like you saw, well, I told you that I've got one blind chicken, and we brought her in, and the other chickens jumped on her. So, I mean, they could smell that there was something wrong with her, but they're not very nice to one chicken. So they'll do the same with a quail. So that is Blackie. Hey, Blackie. 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 She's gorgeous. Look at the colouring on her. She's so beautiful. So anyway, let's get out of there. I could talk all afternoon or morning about, stuff. But that was a choco. I'm Dora. Thanks for watching. Thanks Katie. Thanks Matt. Hansa. Thanks, I think Susan was on before. Pikachu, which was a new someone I met from North Pole Katie's live. Matt, appreciate you, because I met Katie and then I met Pikachu. And those guys came on the live, which was nice. And then Hearty Harry, which is Gina, Miss Gina. Thank you, appreciate you. Anyway, you guys have made some friends in the chat, which I love. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that bit of banter. Thanks, guys. And yeah, thanks for liking the live, the things. Appreciate ya. Bye. And if you're around later on in a couple of hours, I'll probably be walking on the beach, doing my practicing or training my 30K walk, and yeah, having a chat. See you guys.